Welcome to Her Health First, where Black women's health takes center stage. On today's episode, Tamisha shares what life feels like after the second surgery and as she prepares for the next phase, radiation. From recovery highs and lows to the emotions that come with facing another unknown, she opens up about strength, faith, and what it means to keep moving forward. Ready to join the conversation? Come on in.
So now we're going to talk about after the second surgery and now leading up to radiation, the radiation consultation. So present day. So looking back, how would you describe your journey through both surgeries?
Actually, to be honest, I thought I would have been a little more nervous going to the surgery. But like I said, I know I trust my team, so I didn't really, felt like I should feel a certain type of way about it because they've been with me through the whole, they've been with me through the start. It was just like, I met other people like the anesthesiologist and, like the medical,
Like the residents
they were there,
Yeah.
but they even with them, they were knowledgeable and they were nice. They were talking to me, telling me what they think, and I'm like, oh, look, okay, they got it. So but pretty much my team was with me, so I was fine. I was happy just to get it out the way, and they were like, "You're gonna recover, you're gonna do good." I'm like, "Yeah, I already know." So I mean, I felt good about the surgery.
Yeah.
I definitely did. I mean, I even feel good about the second one.
Yeah.
Because I'm, still optimistic that this time
This is it.
this is it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even put it in my mind that it's not it.
That's right.
Because I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
There's no point of me thinking that way. Now, if
Right.
it's not it, then it is what it is,
Yeah, we'll
Then
cross that bridge.
we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Mhm.
But as of right now, I'm gonna say everything is all good
We're gonna claim it.
until otherwise.
Yes, we're
You know
gonna
what I
claim it.
mean?
Yes. I will tell y'all something, okay? So I don't do well with narcotics, anesthesia. I don't do well at all. However, let me tell you something about this one. So, and it was both surgeries. So in the first surgery, we were on a different floor in the hospital. So, most hospitals, you have the pre-op side, you have the post-op side. They're not the same. This one, after the first surgery, they brought her, so they had her in a regular room pre-op. Came back post-op, she was, on the other side, but in front of her, there was, like their supply cabinets. So she woke up and she just was frowning and eyebrows were furrowed. And I'm like, what's the matter? She's like, what is all this stuff? I'm like, well, it's their supplies that they need. Well, this is not the same room I was in. And I'm like, no, you were in a pre-op. Now you're in post-op. She was like, why do they have all this stuff? I'm like, because they need this. She was so upset that she was not in the same room she was in beforehand. Then they messed around and gave her grape juice to drink. And she was like, oh my God, why would they give this to anybody? Oh, she was disgusted by the grape juice. Okay. Second surgery. I'm like, oh, okay. It was the way they had the bed facing. So in the first surgery, you were like, it was kind of in a bay and it had the curtains that separated each room. The second surgery, it was more like a room and then it had a curtain across the front. So her bed was facing this way. She had a wall back here, a wall over here. So I'm like, okay, good. No supply closets this time. So she should be all right. Nope. She wakes up. She's like, I'm like, what's the matter? What's the matter? First, she started talking about all the stuff on the walls. And it was like, in the hospitals, the sharps containers, the gloves, thing. They had the trash can, the biohazard container. So they had, all their little stuff in the room. And I was like, well, those are the supplies they need for, to do whatever they need to do. And then she was like, well, why do they need all this stuff in here? I'm like, well, so it's easy access. I don't know. I didn't want to argue with her. Then she started in on the wall color. Okay. The walls were blue. Why would they choose blue? I'm like, I don't know. It's probably some kind of color psychology or something. And she was like, well, blue's a stupid color. Why would they choose it? And I said, well, what color would you want it? She was like, purple. That's her favorite color. So where her bed was, you could see, like, if the curtain wasn't closed all the way, there was a picture of like waves on the wall. And she was like, why did they choose that? I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't on the design team. I don't know. She was thoroughly disgusted. She was disgusted with the decor. She was disgusted with the water. What else were you disgusted with?
Probably pretty much
Pretty much
everything.
everything. That was it. The lady told her, the nurse told her, said, "Oh, once you use the bathroom, you could go home." When she gonna try to hop off the bed. I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
It
Like,
was a
wait a
handle there.
minute. Wait a minute.
It was a handle. Well, it
A
wasn't
mess.
handle, but
There
it
was.
was so well. I guess it was too far
You
in
thought it
my
was
reach.
closer. I was
It
like,
seemed closer to me.
we cannot leave her alone
No,
after
absolutely.
anesthesia, okay?
Anesthesia. And I don't even know why the colors and the things in there bother me because I'm not even the decor type of person to
Mhm.
be talking about decorating and looking
It
at.
was hot.
I'm not even really
Yeah.
into that type of
You
stuff.
were
To be
hot.
like, oh, I need my wall scheme this type of purple.
Yeah.
I'm like very simple, so I
Mhm.
don't know. Maybe it was just too much. I guess it was just too much to look at for me.
Mhm. That's
I
what
don't
you
know.
kept saying. It's
It
just
was
too
just too
much.
much, and I felt like it was overwhelming. I
Mhm.
guess because it's this here, this here.
Mhm.
Open. I look to the left, is this there, that there, that there. I look up, it was something on the ceiling.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like a
after the first surgery, they had like a
picture or something.
yeah, it was like a picture. If y'all have ever been to like a lot of doctors' offices have it where if you're laying back, you got like some kind of scene to look at. So it was a scene, but she said once she, the anesthesia effects were off, she thought it was a hole.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
thought it
why
was
she
wrong.
kept being like,
Like
what
looking.
is that? Yeah.
It
So
was like, what was the point? It was black. So I'm like, is that a hole? Like, I mean, you don't know.
right.
You're under the influence.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was just funny. We were so tickled by her and her post anesthesia
Yeah, and I had
remarks.
no more anesthesia for me.
Okay, if we could help it, shoot. All right. So, what has been the most challenging part of this stage, and what has been the most healing?
The most challenging is definitely the recovery.
Yeah.
It's the limitations really
Mm.
being limited from this, limited. You can't do this, you can't do that,
Mhm.
and because you're so used to doing. It's like it's so hard to turn that switch off in your
Mhm.
mind. Like I find myself sometimes like trying to reach and then I'd be like, oh,
Mhm.
I can't reach.
Yeah.
Gotta go like this.
Yeah.
It's like gotta go like, and it's
Mhm.
like so it just takes so much out of me because it's like I have to put in my mind, don't use your right hand.
Right.
So what I try to do is now when I go downstairs, just try to walk with my hand
Mhm.
to my stomach so I could know you're not using this
Right.
hand,
Right.
not using this hand.
Yeah.
And if I put it to my side, I feel like I'm gonna want to tend to
Right.
still lift it up. So I put it right here and letting me know, like, okay,
Yeah.
you can't move. You have to pretty much just leave your hand alone. But it's
Mhm.
so hard.
Mm.
I'm definitely struggling with the second one, like
Yeah.
for real, for real. It's tough. I mean, I can't even lift my hand up. Like it felt like I may pull something
Right. Yeah,
because
because it's so tight. Yeah.
that's what actually happened for real. I think I
Yeah.
did pull something. To be
Eh,
honest, I was just drying under my arm, and it's just like a little blood started coming out, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I called, of course I called her. I'm like, look, 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 I'm bleeding, and she was like, well, is it a lot? Like, do you think you pull a stitch? I was like, well, I don't know,
Yeah.
I didn't see anything, and I was like, what should I do? Because it was like this didn't happen the first time.
Right. Right.
And the first time I had 2 surgeries.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
2
why is it
sites. Yeah.
why is it doing it this time? But I was just like, you know what? I probably done lifted my arm maybe too high, or
Mhm.
maybe it was too fast, or did I rub it when I was
Mhm.
drying? Did I pull something? Did
Yeah.
the towel get? So now all this stuff when I get in the shower, now I have to prep myself and be like, okay, you have to use the washcloth a certain
Mhm.
way, and it is a lot. It takes a lot of mental
Yeah.
just to focus on this one little area. And
Right.
I'm like, really? Like for real? But I mean, it's part of my new everyday life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just have to, you just got to deal with it. Just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
So I need, I'm thankful that that's all they had to do.
Okay. How do you see the two sides, the struggle and the healing? How do you see them balancing each other?
Well, the struggle is the limitation.
Mhm.
The healing for me, I know the more I heal, the more closer I am finishing this journey.
Right.
So that's how it balances out for me. Because
Right.
I know if I do the right thing, if I don't, stir and do all this extra stuff that I'm not supposed to be doing,
Right.
I know I'm gonna recover. Recover like expected, like
Right.
I'm expected. No setbacks.
Right.
So that's why I keep telling myself, it's just for this amount of time. You got to go through this
Mhm.
and just listen to what they say because I don't want to have it to where they say, "Oh no, you have to wait another, 2 more weeks before you get cleared for physical therapy or whatever
Mhm.
the case may be." I don't know if physical therapy is waiting for pathology as well. I don't
Right.
know I don't know if they're going hand in hand. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm doing physical therapy first and then radiation
Mm.
or I'm doing them both together. I don't know how they're gonna go. Does
Right.
it matter? Or they're waiting to see, are they gonna wait to see, do I have to do another surgery?
Mhm.
So I don't know if they're going hand in hand
Right.
or once Dr. Kelleher say, "Oh, she's cleared for physical,"
Mhm.
is that how it's gonna go? Or I have to wait for do I have to wait for that
Mhm.
to see? Because it makes sense to wait because what's the point of doing,
Right.
starting physical therapy if you may have to go back in for another
Right.
surgery? So that's what my mind frame,
Mhm.
and I'm quite sure they think the same as
Yeah.
well.
That's usually
So
how it works. That the surgeon has to clear you
okay,
before you can think, and then the surgeon's not going to clear you unless that pathology report is
court is
back.
bad.
So
Okay, so it makes
yeah.
sense
So physical therapy will definitely happen after you get cleared.
after I get court. Okay, makes
And
sense.
probably you might end up doing radiation and physical therapy,
At the same time?
together. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But at least they're at the same place.
I
They'll
wonder
both
if
be
they
in
can schedule.
Dayton.
Hopefully they schedule them. Can I do it the same day?
You should be able to, because if radiation is 5 days a week, I mean, that's the only time they're gonna do therapy is Monday through Friday. So look, hey,
Oh
excuse
my
me,
gosh.
slide me in here,
I'm
So
praying it's not
maybe,
5 days a week.
yeah, well,
That is definitely 2 thumbs down. 5 days a week, I'm probably
yeah,
gonna be crying like,
5
"Please,
days a week is a lot.
please,
Yeah,
please."
yeah, 5 days a week is a lot, but
Definitely
we
not.
gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are your thoughts or emotions as you prepare for the radiation consultation? Do you feel more anxious about the unknown or more relieved that there's a clear next step?
Both.
Okay.
I'm very, I do wanna see what radiation is gonna look like
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know what it's gonna look like.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really wanna Google because I was just like, "No."
Go Google.
People gonna probably say,
Mm-hmm.
their experience, which may
Mm-hmm.
not be mine,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get all worked up, and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Oh no, I don't want to," may like back out, like, nah, I don't think I want. So
Right.
I don't want to even put those thoughts in my head,
Right.
and then I know with radiation coming, then I know after radiation is going to be with physical therapy,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be boom, and then the only thing I would have is like 3 more Keytrudas, 2 or 3 more Keytrudas, and then
Right.
that would be it. Besides I know I'm gonna have to do
Mm-hmm.
follow-ups, of course, which I know that.
Right.
But then I feel like the major parts will be out of the way
Right.
once I hit radiation, because radiation is like I guess it would say the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the middle of everything. It was the end of chemo, now
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of a new phase. So it's just like right there in the middle. So
Right.
I feel good about it. I'm just nervous to see because I know people say they get burns.
Mm-hmm.
They have to get these special ointment you got to put on.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't imagine, having my breast being like burnt and
Mm-hmm.
feeling hot. Like I probably will go, I think for me I probably will go crazy because I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and the burns will be, the burns are usually radiation burns. So
Yeah.
it just kind of,
Like,
something that comes with the territory.
yeah.
But hopefully, we did have a nurse, one of her post-op nurse. So her post-op nurse from her recovery nurse from the first surgery, was saying she was a breast cancer survivor and her daughter was also. But that when her daughter went through radiation, she had targeted radiation where they inserted the tube in her breast and they were able to deliver the radiation just to the area they needed to, as opposed to, she said, when she went through,
Mhm.
when it was just the whole area, and you had a higher risk for those burns and stuff like that. So, I mean, hopefully that's what, we're going to hear. We're definitely going to ask questions when we
Definitely
go.
gonna ask about
Okay.
that target radiation.
Lots of questions.
Please and no,
Questions.
please and thank you.
Yes, lots of questions. So, okay. So has your perspective on strength or resilience shifted since the beginning of this journey?
I mean, I would just, I guess it's the same. I just think I think with everything the same.
Yeah.
I give it a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but I
Mhm.
try to always stay on the spectrum of knowing that it is a possibility. It could go left or right,
Right.
good or bad.
Right.
But then I always still try to remain like it's gonna be on the good side
Okay.
over the bad side, because there's no point of me going in there with those negative thoughts,
Right.
because then I feel like if I go in there with negative thoughts and anything goes a different way than what I think it's supposed to go, then I feel like it's just gonna make the experience just even like worse. Like it's just gonna,
Right.
it's gonna just be, I'm just gonna be probably grouchy. I don't want to go to this point, even though
Mhm.
I say that I don't want to go
Uh-huh.
to this
You
point.
do.
I don't want to go, but I still go.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be where I say I don't want to go to this appointment and I like really mean it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I mean it to the point where I really don't want to go. Like I'm
Right.
just like, man, forget this appointment.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to keep my mind just think positive.
Mhm.
We're gonna get through there. We almost to the finish. We're almost to the finish line.
Absolutely.
So I can't give up now. Giving up was never, never part of the plan anyway. So
Right.
I'm gonna keep pushing, even though this is a setback. But you never know the reason for the setback. So I'm
Right.
just gonna take it and run with it. You know what I mean?
That's right. And I support it.
Yeah, run with it.
All right. So, final question for you is, if someone else going through cancer heard your story, what do you hope that they walk away with?
I just hope that they walk away knowing that is not an end. That
Mhm.
that is, we can make it.
Mhm.
We can make it through this. It is tough. I'm not even gonna lie. It is hard.
Right.
It's emotional. It's draining. It's a lot. You have good times, you have bad
Mhm.
times, you have in between times.
Yeah.
You're scared, you're anxious. You're just your thoughts are all over the place. But
Yeah.
just know that you will get through it,
Yeah.
and you can get through it. It's not a death sentence.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you do the things that you're supposed to do and you
Yeah.
listen and like I say too, you can do your own research as well. You don't
Mhm.
only have to take, what your doctor say,
Mhm.
or you can do your own research, and
Mhm.
what's good for everybody else may not be good for you.
Mhm.
So you got to keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Like when they do these, and this is something I learned too watching a video. They say a lot of these trials, like these study trials for cancer, they're not really based off of African Americans,
Mhm.
because we don't participate enough.
Mhm.
So we have to keep that in mind.
Mhm.
So what it may be good for the other races may not
Mhm.
necessarily be good for us.
Right.
So we have to start too participating
Mhm.
and getting more involved. So
Right.
that way we can know, like, hey, according to this study, this works better for, for us
Mhm.
based off of the study. But, keep in mind, everything is not for everyone. Body is not going to react. But if you're looking at the studies and you're showing 85 or 90% reacts this way, then, it's a better chance than, not knowing, like, oh no, only a few amount of, people
Mhm.
participating in this study, and it's
Right.
really can't give you no concrete
Right.
answer to, like, oh, how would it affect us? Because
Mhm.
things affect us differently,
Right.
and that's just how our genetics are.
Mhm.
So we have to start, participating more, and getting into these study trials, and
Mhm. And making our voice heard.
making our voice heard, because we have to be an advocate for ourselves as well as our family and our loved ones. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We have to put our foot down, stop being afraid to ask. And I'm gonna ask a question. If I don't know, I'll be like, "What does that mean?"
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I know. I know
Right.
people sometimes feel uncomfortable, like,
Right.
"Well, no, I didn't even know what." No, I'm gonna ask because
Mhm.
that's why she's the doctor and I'm the patient,
Right.
because she knows and I'm here for her advice.
Mhm.
Now, you can take it if you want to, and then
Right.
sometimes you may say, "Let me see if there's another alternative route."
Right.
No problem, because it might be an alternative route that works for you.
Right.
There might
Yeah.
be an alternative route that works for me that may not work for you. So
Right.
we just have to find out and figure out what we want and what's good for us. And I just, you know, probably, I don't know, maybe if I didn't have kids, I probably would have went the natural way. If I didn't have a child,
Yeah.
I would have went the natural route. But because, I feel like I owe her, everything to keep pushing and
Mhm.
fighting. You know, if it was just me, I might would have said, no, let's try holistic.
Mhm.
I'm not really a medication type of person. This is the most medication I have ever probably had to take in my whole 40 years on earth.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, it is so hard for me to deal with medication. I struggle. I don't even take my thyroid medication like I'm supposed to. And
Mhm.
you're supposed to take it on an empty stomach.
Mhm.
Some days it's just be like, oh shoot, I done grabbed a little snack. And then I'd be like, oh, I didn't take my medicine. I'm like, it's too late.
Yeah.
I gotta, it's either I miss it or I take it or try it. I have to do better. I mean, I do have to do better. I'm working on that part.
Try
No,
to take it up with you when you go up for the night.
I
Take
should.
it, and then when you feel yourself dozing off,
Yeah, that's
because you
true.
say you don't go to sleep till what
Oh yeah, I
time?
be up to 4 or 5 o'clock, and I don't even know. I don't have no excuse to the reason why I'm not taking it,
Mhm.
because I be up to the wee hours of the morning because I can't sleep. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention to y'all. I don't know if y'all went through this, but those night sweats or
Oh,
whatever you
yeah.
want to call. I don't know if they night sweats mixing with menopause. I don't know, but they are horrible.
Mhm.
They keep me up at night.
That's right.
And it's horrible. And it's like you just feel like you're hot, and then it's just like you don't know what to do. Sometimes I just sit in the bed and just look and just sit there because I'm like, one person body shouldn't be this hot.
Right. Yeah.
And then you're like just sweating for no reason. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is, and sometimes I'm in a deep sleep and I just get up and kick. That's
Mhm.
probably how I be hurting myself. Probably
Oh,
when I be sweating, I think I be kicking, trying to pull off the
yeah.
blanket
So quickly, yeah.
so quickly because I'm burning up. Maybe I have to find another strategy. Maybe have on like a shirt that I can just take, like a button down shirt,
Mhm.
maybe, instead of a shirt that I have to take off over my head. Maybe that's probably
Or
another
maybe
issue.
just not wear a shirt to bed, just sleep in your bra.
Well, maybe that too.
Yeah.
Because I be so hot, and it's just like it's like, this is what I'm gonna have to go. If that is what I have to look forward to for the next couple of months, I don't know
Yeah.
how I'm gonna make it. That and the neuropathy are the two. Well, the nauseousness do get out of hand sometimes too. No, I'm not gonna lie, the nauseousness do get a little out of hand
Yeah.
sometimes, but I do have the other medication. You take it, it's gonna put you right down to sleep though.
Yeah. But it worked.
But it
Yeah.
works. So I mean, but that neuropathy and that night sweats,
Yeah.
those two for me, it is very tough.
Yeah. Wow.
It's tough, but I'm still here. We making it. So
Yeah, you're pushing through. Yeah.
pushing
No.
through it all. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Well, that is it.
Thank y'all
That's
for
it for
listening.
us. Yes, as always. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being patient with us as life lives. And we are going to try and do a better job of
Yes.
documenting, the doctor's appointments day to day,
Try to do
kind
that.
of recording, right after the
Mhm.
doctor's appointments and stuff like that.
Yes.
We're going to try to do
Do
better
better. Yes.
doing that. But as always, we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for listening. And we do hope that you or someone you love
Yeah.
is able to take something away from something we talked about today. And like we always say, if you ever want to share your story, you want to, just chat with us, we're here.
Yes,
We
we
don't
are.
record videos, but we
We're still here.
but we be here, okay?
We'll love for someone to share their story.
Yes, absolutely.
You know,
If you'd like to share your story with us, definitely
please do.
contact us. You could send us a DM or a message
Yes,
or
please.
whatever. We have many ways that you can contact
Yes,
us. So yeah,
please.
definitely. Because we'd love to hear your stories and hear, how yours may be similar to
Mhm.
Misha's or how it may be different, something that we can learn from you.
Absolutely.
So definitely reach out to us. But we love y'all. We're so grateful for you guys. And we thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see you
Thank
next
you.
time. I can't do it. I can't do it. So,
Bye.
ditto.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Thanks for putting your health first with us. Subscribe, share, and stay rooted in your healing.